I'm sure other people have played it, but I've never seen it before. And it looks like a bit of fun. So here we go. And first off, just going to have a quick restructure, as we normally do. Get these all looking fine and dandy. And have hello to the map, Adaptive Stonehenge. So 61,000 reclaim, just a shade under 62k. There's a whole bunch in the middle, and I'm guessing these are meant to, well, you know, Stonehenge, kind of. It's got the random rock formations, so pretty much. But having said that, there's a chunk of rocks down under the craters here as well. They can be reclaimed too. So Stonehenge, plenty of reclaim. We have Team 1 across here at the top, Team 2 down here at the bottom. And let's go have an introduction to our players today. First off, on the far left hand side, for team number 1, 1100 rated, it is Quirky. Quirky is feeling a bit quirky in purple, and he has gone Aeon. He's got his first factory there, which seems a bit strange because the Hydro's over there. He could have put the factory back there, got some engineers out, and he wouldn't have needed to build a PGen, but that's beside the point. Beside him today, also Aeon, it is Yerfdog. Yerfdog is in the bright pink colour, and he is doing some other way. He's got a Hydro as well, I don't understand. Anyway, behind him, up on kind of the plateau, it does have a ramp down, but it's plateauish anyway. We have yet another Aeon player for team number 1. It is Olololololol. And it's going to be Ololo from now on, because I'm not doing that multiple times tonight. Down in front of him, oh look, are you surprised? It's another Aeon. It is Huff. Hang on. Huff to spot. It's just going to be Huff. I'm not going to pronounce a random letter thrown together. It is Huff. And he is Aeon. He's in the bright red. And beside him over here, the first non-Aeon for team number 1. How about that? And it is actually Salty Pepper, who's already way walking towards the front, getting his gate on straight away. Wants to try and get up towards this reclaim as fast as possible. And finally, for team number 1, up the top right hand corner, it is Arrow24XXX. Wants to star in a porno, but he's not good enough. Arrow. He is light blue, and he is Seraphim, to also break from the Aeon tradition. And there he goes, getting his game on. Okay, I just wanted to slow things down a bit because we have more comms already stomping their way towards the front really quickly for team number 2. So on the bottom left hand side, team number 2, it is Nezox, or Nezo XX. Anyway, here's Nezox, Nezo, I don't know. It's probably going to be Nezo, and he is Cybran. He's in bright blue. He's starting to walk out forward beside him in the green colour. Oh look, it's another Aeon. That's okay. It's the only Aeon on team number 2, and it is Vex. He is already walking towards the front as well with his commander. Beside him, off in the front, and wow. He really threw his command early. He threw down a factory and walked straight away, and is getting engineers to do his base build. So AI Dominix in the burgundy colour is Seraphim, and he is really wanting to grab that reclaim. Behind him on the plateau, also Seraphim, in the yellow colour, it is Secundant. And Secundant is joining him on the front with his comm, as also is here Shmoo. Shmoo is UEF, and he is in Cyan, and he's done the same thing. He's built some things and started walking his comm. And finally, for team number 2 on the far right hand side, and we see an empty base, so that must mean his comm's all the way up the front here. Yes, it is! It's Neogun. Neogun's UEF, and he is Cybran. It's some very secure looking water. Oh yeah, you're not going to get to it very easily, are you? Like, yeah, nice and safe. Anyway, that's the introduction to the players. MC Secret Road to go, guys. Moving up to the front, we shall pop speed back to full. Ding. Here we go. Away we go. So as mentioned, these guys are coming up here. They want to grab all the central reclaim, and for a good reason. There's only a few thousand here. This spot right here with these 4,000 reclaim just in the screen right now. But having said that, there's actually 3,000 or so on these little side bits as well, and over here another 3,000 or so. So the mid area, while it looks like it's a lot more, although actually having said that's got all these rocks around the edges, so it's just rocks everywhere. This is like reclaim central. Given these little things here, there's 4,000 mass to be had on these volcanic rocky bits. Mid-late game, transport comm drop into the water and then this. Well, I mean, yes. Actually, I'm pretty sure that is unstable ground, so it's not flat. I don't think you'd be able to let you drop in, but if you could, that'd be hilarious. Anyway, the commanders are up in the mid from team number 2, all 3 of them, and they are starting the reclaim party. They're getting it on. Not that water? Oh, this water. Oh, wow. Quartz, there definitely is a more efficient way than reclaiming every single rock. You can set patrol orders, but patrol orders can be inefficient because they might not grab the right thing. If you build from a factory, see if we've got anything going on. See these things like this here. If you build from a factory and you queue up this kind of command, which is an alt right click, the engineers will move off to that spot and then reclaim everything within range, and they can reclaim a massive area too. So your normal reclaim ring for an engineer is like that distance, but when you do the alt shift, or when you do the alt right click for that move order from a factory, they can reclaim it like this far. They will reclaim a massive area, and it is actually really useful to do. But when it's your commander, you pretty much end up doing individual rock reclaims and then a patrol order like this just to grab what you can. Patrol is more efficient than clicking, but patrol can sometimes go wonky, so it's not 100% trustworthy. But often you want to do things like this where you focus on the bigger rocks first. That's the manual reclaim there, but that's the dead engineer from a oldie salty. Salty does not like that being there. But having said that, like I said, there's more than just the rocks. Massive amounts in the middle. Like now that they've cleaned that, they should think about moving elsewhere. Because over this side you can see that this has all been claimed by a youth dog, and there was around 3,000 mass to be reclaimed just here. There was 4,000 around here, but that has been split between 3 commanders, all grabbing it. And you know, over the side there was like another 3,000 or 4,000 or so sitting here. That's been all grabbed by Neogun. And this side is again the same thing, 3,000 or 4,000, and it's been grabbed by Mr. Quirky. So there was plenty of mass to be had. It was distracting to think it was all in the middle, and there's actually more rocks back over here. I didn't even notice these. Once again, we have the peaky volcanic crater kind of things and rocks sitting down in the middle. And you can see here, this engineer's got that move order like that, although it has been cancelled for some reason. Don't know, don't matter. But upgrades are going on. Here we go, we have Shmoo going to say hello to Salty Pepperpot. It's going to go more favourably for Pepperpot because he has that T1 PD right behind him just to throw the extra DPS, which is going to clean up units unless they get... oh no. Fortunate mistake for that T1A RT. It could have killed the player's PD from outside range and been fine, but down this way we see Guncom. So Huff has grabbed a double gun on his Aeon. That's going to be a very nasty commander to try and stop. We have Gun going down for Quirky over here. We have Gun going down for Yerfdog over this way. And of course we already have Gun completed for Huff, and up this direction we have Arrow, not Gun at all. He's walking into a T2 commander who is slapping down some triads. He's going to want to throw down some T1 PD, I think. Maybe just a bundle down here to try and get these things killed quickly. He's trying to use his units to shield these as it goes, but right now this T2 PD could be rushed and rushed hard and it wouldn't last very long. More DPS out of T1 PD. Haven't said that. There we go. There's the T1 PD. Has more DPS and can do things. Triad's going to try and have a go at things and thin out some of the units, and it will be okay. But that's not even a Guncom, so he should be alright. In the middle, this is now all cleaned up by Huff. He has grabbed his double Guncom and cleared out those 3 commanders. Down here we have Gun Upgrade going down for AI Dominix. That might be a little too close to the action, but we do have Secundant in the area. He can help out and absorb some of the damage that may come off Huff to be well and good. T2 going down here for Salty. He's wanting to control that area. Meanwhile, Gun is going down for Shmoo. That'll be a challenge to see. And just have a look back here what's happened. Look at the health just disappear off Arrow. There are some T1 arties. Those T1 PD are taking some damage, but he cannot stay there in range of those. And that is going to give Neo a chance to push forward, get some units out, and he can then rebuild these triads and hold the line, or he can just sit here and push Arrow. That could be hilarious. Right here. Over the side we see T2 PD all over this area for Vex. He has T2'd up and has decided to claim this particular channel. That's going to be all his. Left hand side, Nizox is standing there doing nothing. He has got his T2 HQ, so he can pop out some NGs and units if he likes, compared to the just single gun upgrade for Quirky, who's focusing on getting the reclaim. But it's all going down on the right hand side at the moment. Neogun is not gone gun at all, and in fact he's just popping up some more PD and they're going to collect some of that. Arrow just cheekily standing there, reclaiming right in front of those point defense. Not a clip right there. That would finish off that one. That will absolutely help out. On this side though, this is Shmoo, and he's pushing up. He's wanting to cause an issue right here, and cause an issue he has. Second down one trades, another one is being built. A nice overcharge, and that will take a bit. He has run out of units, and he is looking a wee bit... Well, it's kind of dangerous actually. It's kind of very dangerous. He's surrounded by units. T2PD has gone back up. Second one has gone up really quickly. And if he gets caught out by all of these, he could have a massive issue. Some T1 bombers do come in to assist, and there are some ground units. He might be okay if he can get out of range of those tries, but they have a decent shot on them. Every time they hit, a chunk of health is dropping off those guys. T1 bombers come in and do drop their payload, getting some good kills there, which is really going to help. Gets a rank of veterancy, which absolutely helps the survivability there, and some units are coming on through. But pushing on over is Huff. His double gun com is going to say g'day in that direction. There's been that's an ambitious drop. Not sure why he decided to do that, but that was a bad drop. Anyway, there we go. Shmoo is actually out of the mid. He's managed to get away and survive just that little bit. Doesn't have a lot of health and has to be careful of Huff coming his way. The double gun com will wreak havoc to his face. Left hand side looking pretty static at the moment. We have a little units built up galore over this way from Nezox, and he's getting some build power on here as well. So he's planning something. You don't grab build power unless you're planning to do something with it. But having said that, this is now... Yep, Shmoo has to keep running away because Huff is on the warpath with his com. He's got 2 ranks of veterancy and he's ready to kill some more. Shield comes out and just... I don't know why, just dies. There is a T2 attempt here for AI Dominix. It's going pretty quickly. He's not too far off completing it, but also not too far off is this guy. And if Huff gets in range, he's going to have a terrible time. But actually, Dominix has gun on his own commander, so that's going to be helpful. Now he's got T2, so he's got some extra health, and he can start popping down some point defense. Starts a T2 PD with his com, and leaves his engineers to finish it off, but Huff, recognizing the danger, shoots the engineers with his commander, and that means that PD will not finish, and Dominix is in a wee bit of a struggle here. He is getting a wee bit overwhelmed, but some forces are swinging over. Actually, that is some forces from Salty. So that's definitely not what he wants to happen. Extra damage coming in from those, and he's going to need to keep on dropping back. He cannot compete with Huff at the moment, who just has the extra range down into the red, needs that shield to get in touch. But actually Huff stops to shoot down a mix. So Dominus gets away with 3,000 health. Shmoo's over here with 4,000, and we see Huff with 6,000 on his health over there. On the right hand side we can see Neogun, as actually it is boring. Well, if you want it to be less boring, stop turtling. Honestly, it's as boring as you make it. He could stop turtling, he could start building units, he could start pushing, he could start having a fight, but no, he's decided to sit there and turtle, so, you know, it's his fault, he's bored. Over this way, and well, Huff is still just loitering around killing things, and at this rate he's going to get another rank of veterancy. That will improve his regen, that will improve his survivability. And this last thing they need is a double gun Aeon com ready to rock out the damage. Left hand side still playing a bit of stalemates over here, and they are just waiting to see what is going to happen. Got some TMD there, got another T2 Egen going up. But what is the plan? What is the plan over here? That is a stealth gun com. Okay, so Nizox is ready to stealth gun com it up. We can do that kind of thing. Here we can see that Huff is decided to fall back. He's got 9,000 health. He's not too bad actually. Looking pretty healthy there. Not too desperate at all. Shmoo down to 5. Oh, he's regened up to 5,000. Where has Dominix there? He's got 4,500 on his comms, and between them they should be able to clean up these units okay. Right hand side, and this is still Neogun just chilling. Getting the reclaim up there and working on some eco in his base. Yeah, check it out here. A very ill-advised push from some units into a swarm of T1 and a gun com. They are not long for this world. They don't want to do that, and he does have his rank of veterancy. And look at that regen go, 10,000 health now. But the T2 PD has begun. And a bit of flak behind just to help out anything that flies over. Well and good. Up this direction, and there we go. Nezox has decided to grace the front line with his presence, and the stealth com doesn't even need to be stealth, but it does outrange those. Now he needs to think about falling back before he gets swarmed by units. Has got his own units back here which can come in and help, which is exactly what they do. What is the plan? Seems like he's just sticking with the T2 spam at the moment, and T2 spam is going to be well worth it. That's going to help him push on there. Back over the side, having a look. Huff He'll walk around with that commander just being extra irritating. Working his way towards his next rank of veterancy, and plenty of units in support. There is T2 PD down here now though. Is it nice flat ground? It is relatively nice flat ground. Shouldn't see too much of fuck the ground happening here, but these units have all moved out of range of the PD, and they don't get anything else done. We have a Shmoo pushing up 6,500 health and wants to try and lay down some damage upon Huff over there. If you can at least shoo him away a little bit, then he can do that, but he's got to be careful because despite him having some T2 units rolling up here, they die to nice easy overcharges, and Shmoo could get caught out because Huff has extra range over him. Once again, if you did not know, the Aeon Guncom has the longest gun range when it has that double upgrade, and will outrange all other commanders even if they have gun upgrade too. Up this side, and well, Neo, you said you were bored. Guess what? You don't have to be bored. How did they die? Were they outside the shield? It doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know how these two triads died when the shield was still up, but this is maybe not such an advisable push by Aro. He's pushed up with the Guncom. He has run into the triads. Neo is deciding to take it out, but that is a very, very dangerous Seraphim Guncom. He's got gun, he's got nano, and he's got T2. In the meantime, Neo is pushing right up into his face. This is not a clever idea. This is not the cleverest idea. You don't push into a commander like that, especially without any backup. And speaking of backup, here is some backup coming from Salty to help out Aro, and that's going to be a problem for Neogun, who, well, he was getting bored. He ain't bored anymore, is he? He's getting surrounded, and he is now fighting for his life. He has to keep running. Fortunately, for some reason, Aro is stopping. He's building PD. So instead of pushing out, he's building PD. He's going to hold the area, but that is Neo having to pull back. And even back here, Neo's base is getting done in by extra units. Well, I can guarantee you he is no longer bored. He's overrun is what he is. And speaking of overrun, this position here has been absolutely taken by Nezox. Plenty of units, got some shielding with that. He's got the Guncom as well, of course, but there is T2 PD up here from Quirky. So Quirky working on that, but that looked like T3 or T2 RD. There it is, T2 artillery down there. And he's still working on T2 units, hasn't gone T3 yet, but that T2 RD is going to just cause all sorts of problems up this way. Those shells are going to rock on up, and when they land, if they are remotely accurate, boom. 2 point defense down. Let's check over on the right hand side. Hey, Neo, you bored, mate? Maybe. He's certainly got problems and has to fall back. Alright, up this direction, and Huff is now a 5 rank veteran SupCom. He's got over 15,000 health in that boy. A pretty good amount of regen as well, and he can just take out all sorts of problems. T3 air though for Secundant. He's got the factory there, he's got the PG and up. Let's have a quick check on the other side. We have T3 air, yes we do. So T3 air for both sides, that is all well and good. That's happy. Right, Neo, what you doing, Neo? You're just sort of lost. That's okay. Here we go on the left hand side. This has actually been an assistance from Vex for Nezox. There's some Harbingers coming up, and you know, Harbingers, they can do a reclaim thing if they want to, but Nezox has claimed the spot, and these reclaim field, we love the reclaim. Have a look at that. He's already grabbing it. Does belong to him. This is a shield from Quirky. Wanted to do some things and hold that position, but over on the right hand side, this is Neo without a gun. Just a regular old T2 com, so you can build point defense, but nothing else. Guncom Shmoo is coming over to help out, and he's going to need some overcharges. Does he have access to overcharges? Question, yes he does. And he should start doing that because those units are just going to run on past straight to his base, so he's got some Mongols coming on up. That will be helpful in slowing things down. LP's in Bull to Brink, he power stalled. That's what Brink does, Brink power stalls. All day, every day. Right, what's going on down here? Well, AI Dominix, he has built a sizable band of point defense here, and had to get some TMD up as well, because inevitably what happens? Mobile missile launchers. They have issues. Pushing up, there we go. Good call on the rocks, but these Harbingers have just pushed up the left hand side. They obliterating all the ego. You know, there used to be some point defense there, but there isn't anymore. Right. Point defense. Used to be some mass extractors there, but there isn't anymore. And there's really nothing on the ground to stop these. These shields are blinking on and off, which is not so helpful. They want to kill that first though. Rather than focus on the eco, they could kill that off and that would be a much better use of their time. They'll survive that a bit longer. Another couple of shots, Blaze is gone, there we go, keep moving. Just move into that base and wreck it. There's nothing to slow those guys down on the ground. And speaking of slowing things down, or not being able to, over on the right hand side, there's nowhere Neo still bored. Surely he's not still bored with this all encroaching upon his face. His teammates coming over to help. This is both Secundant and Shmoo. They're trying to assist and stop this push that's coming on in. And that is left over here, AI Dominic's by his lonesome, trying to fend off everything from this direction, including the mobile missile launchers, which he has pushed with some T1 RT. Not a bad push, he's killed a few of them. But that's a sizable RT response from... he's got lots of T1 RT in this space, look at them all. Bring down the artillery. Absolutely smashing it. Okay, oh, come on rocks causing a control K, well that's just, yeah. That's just terrible. Not much you can do about it. Oh, hello though. This could be Aro in trouble. He's pushed a long way forward. He does have the nano of course, and he does have T2, so he's got extra health, but there's a 2 comms having to go at him. Though Secundant is really standing in the wrong place. He's moving into range at T2 PD. He can get surrounded by units there. And he's going to want to think about moving away rather than going for the kill. All they need to do is just damage Aro enough to make him run away. And they don't want to get caught up by all these units. What kind of items are on the ground that can help? Nothing too much. There's a few T1 bombers here which could get run on in, but this is danger central for these guys. Oh dear. Secundant, do you want to keep moving, my friend? You are way down too low. 17,000 health. He needs something like a rank of veterancy if he can get it. That would be incredibly handy. 1,000 health, very close. There's a ranking vet. Just in the mix time, and Quirky has been defeated by Nezok, so Quirky caught out a little bit forward. Nezok, I would say, pushed with some units. I completely missed that, I'm sorry. I was looking at all the action down here, and a very, very hurt Secundant. In fact, Neogun's hurt. Shmoo's not looking that great, but Secundant down is the red, under 2,000. He's not looking healthy at all. And he needs to retreat. In the middle though, this has been a grab and hold from Dominic's. He's not done awful. He's got plenty of point defense. He's got some tech missile defense as well. And these, just the little creep forward is really, really helping out that. But the left hand side, we have full share. So Quirky dies, but Ololo here now has the extra eco. And we haven't said much about Ololo because he's been the air player. He's just been building up some nice ASFs. As you do. Huff is yelling for E. He's trying to get his heavy shield upgrade going, but I hear a strat. I don't see a strat. It is a Seraphim strat, which means it has come from Secundant somewhere. There it is. Okay, right, yes, hey. Aro, you don't really want to be there, but having said that, the air doing does come in from Ololo and helps clean up the strat. The wing comes in from Secundant as well, but there's a lot of ASFs from Ololo, and they might actually have the advantages there. Secundant did have his group up all nice and tight, but unfortunately there's just too many from Ololo, and that's an air win. So now the air game belongs to team number 1. That is not looking so good. However, the left hand side is looking pretty good on the flips. You've got a big push down the right hand side, you've got a big push coming up to the left hand side as well. And this is not ideal for Nezox. He pushed up with some TT units, but he's run into a bunch of Obsidians. Obsidians are nasty in the TT phase. They get in range, they have a massively high alpha damage. And this is Huff deciding to just stand tall under his shield. That shield is like dissipating quite rapidly as he tries to take down those guys, and also gets pushed by Dominus, who says, "Get away from my base, you pillock." And that is going to work a treat to shoot the commander. There we go. He isn't going to push that because he knows he can't, especially with all those forces sitting there. But how's the right hand side looking? Well, Aro24 has definitely set up shop here. He's putting up some T1 AA. It's useful. It's better at taking down individual targets like a single strap bomber compared to Flak. Flak is better for gunships or grouped up units, so T1 AA is not a bad choice if you think there's going to be a strat and you don't have T3 yet. But let's have a look at the rest of the things, and well, this arty's been having fun. It's not really got that many kills, but it's been having fun. And over this way we can see Nizox doesn't want to be sitting there with his comm, no support. If he gets spotted, he's a dead man. Right. Let's have ourselves a quick little drink there. And this is RO still here, still putting up more AA. So he is absolutely worried about air, but I don't think air is the problem. I think this is the problem. Vex has been reasonably quiet all game, but he now has the biggest, nastiest unit on the board, and the question is, can anything stop it? There's not even a single experimental anywhere started for team number 1. Unfortunately, this is not looking great, and the question is, where is the GC going to go? Is it going to go to the right? Is it going to kill Arrow? Is it going to go to the mid? Is it going to take out Huff? Are they aware of its existence? No, they are not. Oh dear. That GC has been scouted. There's no radar keeping tabs on it, and they're going to have no idea where it's gone. See, there's been no marker saying GC. I don't know if they've seen it or if they've not, but Arrow has decided to vacate. He's figured he's had enough time sitting there, and he hasn't built a radar. Gosh, that puzzles me. Why would you not build a radar? Oh, there is T1. Sorry, I take that back. There's a T1 radar right there. But he's got that. He has been building radars all day, every day. He's good. But they've got no idea. Huff has no idea that is a GC about to enter his doorstep. His first clue that that's a GC is going to be when that face laser does that. And hi, I'm a GC. How you doing? And oh dear. Oh dear indeed. No scouting, say goodbye to Huff. He is going to bite the big one. Look at the health, just disappear with that. 5 rank, heavy shield comm, doesn't matter. Kaboom he goes. And all those T1 units and arty that could have done some damage to the GC, go done. Thanks for scouting, yells Huff. Well, guess what, buddy? You've got an air factory. You know what you could do? Scouts. T1 scouts, just roll them on through. Nothing's stopping you from scouting for yourself. But that GC is now ready to just romp its way through all sorts of things. Not much on the ground to stop it, and not much in the air to stop it, though. We may see a switch up to any kind of... Oh, there we go, Mercies. So Mercies are coming out from all along, a reasonable response to a GC, because the GC has 0 anti-air capability on it, so Mercies are guaranteed to hit if there's no air protection in front of it. So these are here, yes, but because they're behind, the Mercies will be able to actually activate before they get in range. What's that tack launcher? Full tack launcher with 0 kills. Unutilized tack launcher. Well, that's a bit of a shame. But on the right hand side we can see this is Shmoo. I don't think that's a terribly great idea. He might have shield, he might have nano, and he's got gun, but he's walking into a truckload of point defense, a shield, and units. Yeah, no, don't do that, buddy. That was a terrible idea. You do not want to go that far. GC is stomping his way out the middle, and it's going to start taking out a swarm of eco. Or maybe it should turn and take out this army that's coming, which will threaten the anti-air, which it is going to need to survive. There we go, that's ideal. Stops, turns, and it's going to wipe this T2 army out. They are obsidians, they can do some damage, but it's going to do a lot to them first. Focusing on the T3 units, fair enough, but now it's just obsidians, and they will get very easily wiped out. But there's a massive push going on this way, and this is an issue. Shmoo's base is under threat from all these units coming in from Mr. Salty, and backing up Salty is RO24 with his T1 units. There's a bunch of Mongers here, some T2 triads are also helping out, a couple of, there's 1 point defense over that way, so I think that should be okay. Combine that with the gun comm, the bunch of T1 PD that's been thrown up, and this should be held. This shouldn't be an issue. We'll just check back on that GC and what's going on. Well, the air has come over, and that's actually an air win. Or, no way. That's an air win for Skundin, and he wants to move up and stop all of these. Oh my word, that's a lot of Mercies that just died. Not one mercy. Look at all the corpses just wrecking on down. I missed how many were there. That must be like 20 mercies. They could have done the thing. Finish off the HQ. Finish HQ. Please, please, please. We must kill the HQ. It's got 1000 health left. So he decides to turn around to take out the obsidians. Yeah, why not? The other ones doing the damage. Kill them and you can just keep on walking. 111 kills for that GC, 2 rank veterancy, and they are done for. You can turn back to kill that HQ. Right hand side, and well, this spot is now under threat from T2 artillery. That was the plan from Move all along, and he's doing some repairs here. Got plenty of reclaim to grab. Nezox completes laser. Sure. Doesn't need to use it, but he's doing cloaking. Okay. So that's a defensive laser. You don't grab cloaking if you're intending to tally, because it uses the same slot. Excuse me. DC was started but way too late, and I have a feeling they know exactly where I can see them. And yeah, this is a low. He's going to go out very, very quickly. He has no health. And he literally has no health now. And that GC can just keep walking. They can just keep walking through everything. This is Yerf Dog. Sitting here with his com. He's in the firing line of that GC now. And everything has been given over to Arrow. Arrow, who was pushing all the way up to the right hand side there. His command is now way back in space. He's building a chicken. He's going to need it. But that GC has a few ranks of veterancy and has a lot of health. So even if... Oh, Yerf Dog, you need to run a lot earlier than this. I mean a lot earlier. GC is just claimed yet another scalp. How many is that? Is that 3? Yes indeed, that GC has claimed 3 commander scalps, and it is just still walking around demolishing all the eco. 1 GC, 148, 150 kills, 5 rank veterancy, 0 dear. Well, Neo, I hope the game was boring for you. Well, the GC just basically ignores getting shot in the back and goes for a wander off to the right. Now self a T3 reactor could kill. We're just going to turn back and brutalize all them. Vex has built another experimental donut this time. Why not? Why not? And GC's finished proving up a bunch of those units and is going to just wander on his way. He's happy and he's going to get a move on. The chicken has been completed by Mr. RA24 up this corner, but chicken can't really do much against a Tsar, and air is firmly in the hands of team number 2. So that Tsar can simply wander around and wreck a face somewhere else. Up here, Fatboy on the way for Salty. That's not going to really complete. I don't think it's going to get much done. GC is here, still just hoovering up, still got 60,000 health, he's perfectly healthy, quite happy. There's a sweeping band of units coming in through the back when there's like they're just following up the GC, just cleaning up the trash that's left behind. And there we have it, some gunships do finally come out, but they get shot down by Azar. Now here's Strats. There we go, Strats coming down for these Titans over here. Titans are pushing this forward base, but they're not going to have a great old time. Some point defense, although it's only 1 point defense left, which is about to go down, but so are the Titans from a nicely placed... Ooh. That is a very lucky... Never mind, I was about to say it's a very lucky Titan to survive on that lot of health. Another 3 strap bombers pop on over and turn it into a wreckage. Pepperbot gets introduced to the donut. The donut says hi, Pepperbot says bye, and that is the end of him. The chicken now is the target of the donut. It is just simply going to wither under that kind of destruction. GC is still walking around, has regened back up to 65k health, and job done, one would say. Chicken almost dead. Donut also half dead. Those shields are long gone and is sitting around Sam's, which never is good for its health. There we go, chicken is dead. It can now wander away and maybe survive, or it can decide to wander over here and have a go at Arrow. Having said that, Arrow has a bunch of anti-air around, and it's been found by Strats though. Say goodbye, boy. Boom. But there we go, some final strats to finish off Arrow, and that is the end of that game.